beautiful souls. How's it going? Happy Venus Day. Happy Love Day. My least favorite day of the year. Since we're canceling all of these holidays, can we cancel this day too? I'm being serious. Anyway, so the whole point of me making this video is when I was 19 years old, I spent Valentine's Day in the ER having a rape kit done. And how all this started, I knew something bad was going to happen. I tried to avoid being around the person that did it. Okay? Begged people to go with me. I knew something was coming. And in the end, it happened. And a Marine had actually put his phone number in my back pocket. And that's how I got the details of actually what went down that night. But anyway, I am 42 years old. So, for well over 25 years, I've really tried to heal this wound. And this is the first time since that happened. I haven't really talked about it leading up to it. I haven't really mentioned it. Like, it's been there, but it's not like it used to be. It's not as loud as what it used to be. And I realized that I have finally gotten to a point that I can talk about my wound. I can talk about what truly happened and the things that you have to overcome in order to heal such a deep wound as SA, okay? That creates such a large wound in your third eye and your root chakra. So for many years, I resented my gifts. I resented not listening to them. I resented who I become after that happened. I resented the hell that I went through. And there was even, this has happened a couple of times in my life. There was a lot of anger towards God. And I feel like this comes from a lot of the religious programming. Everybody saying, God's in control, God does this, God does that, when in reality, that's not really how things are. So anyway, in going through, and really the last 6 years, I have really been focused on getting into the nitty-gritty of that wound and really sitting with it and looking at it and seeing the direct damage that it's done, not just to me, but my relationships as well. You see, my mom took me to the hospital to have my rape kit done. And because I had participated in smoking some leafy greens, they told me that if I pressed charges and went to court, that they would say that I took the drugs that was used to drug me intentionally, that I was just making it all up. They took my rape kit, they sent it to the district that was residing over the investigation of my rape. And when I was pregnant with my twins are 19 years old. When I was pregnant with my twins, 2005, I received a phone call from this police station, and they had found my rape kit back in the back years later, okay? Had not processed one fucking thing from it. It was just in a closet. And they asked me, what do you want to do with this? And I said, I want you to process the rape kit. That was the whole point of going through and doing it, okay? That was the whole point. point of doing it. But anyway, I resented my mother for a really long time. And her and I, the last really harsh conversation we had, she got really offended. She got really angry at me. Because she said, what is your problem with me? Why are you so angry with me? And before I could even get the statement out, before I could even tell her, she was done pissed that I was even saying that she had done anything wrong. Lord forbid her little ego accept the fact that she's not fucking perfect. But anyway, I tell her, you know, you saying to me, after you took me home from the hospital, we didn't have the morning after pill. I had to take what was, it was birth control, and I had to start with a birth control packet, and I had to take like 7 birth control pills one day. The next day I had to take 6. The next day I had to take like 4. The next day, like, you had to stagger it down until they were all taken, right? And they had told me, this is going to make you really sick. Like, this will make you very, 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 very sick. You may not even be able to finish the whole thing, but take as much as you possibly can. Looking back on this now, that could have actually killed me. Different story, different time, okay? That could have killed me. But instead of my mother staying home with me and canceling her snow skiing trip, she looks at me and says, do I really have to cancel my trip, or will you be fine? So, of course, you're saying that to a kid that had just gone through extreme trauma. I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to beg her to take care of me. You do whatever you got to do. And she did that because she didn't want her friends knowing what had happened. She didn't want to cut off her nose to spite her face. So she wanted to keep her snow skiing trip with my brother and all their friends. And that's what she did. So anyway, one of my friends had to take care of me, Aaron Webb. He held my head up so I could throw up. I was so sick I couldn't even get out of the bed. I couldn't even reach the trash can to throw up because that's how sick taking all the birth control pills made me. And right after I got married in 2003, I had found out that Aaron had OD'd and was no longer with us. And for 18 years, I carried the weight of him ODing on me. I blamed me because of what he had to see me go through. I felt like it was my fault. I felt like, you know, had he not had to have held my head out of the trash can, had he not had to have taken care of me, had he not had to have that first-hand experience, maybe his life would have been different. Maybe he wouldn't have been so strung out. Maybe things would have been different. And so when she asked me why I was so angry, I was getting ready to tell her these things. And of course she gets so fucking mad. She starts screaming, now you're gonna blame me for all your problems. And that's how she said it too. So needless to say, that was the beginning to the end of our relationship. Because how can you screw your kid over and then be like, what's your problem? And then get mad when your kid starts telling you what the problem is. And telling you that's not true. That's not correct information. Or whatever. But anyway. This is the first time since all of that I finally have a sense of peace. I don't feel like I need to hide from Christmas to February. I don't feel like I need to pretend like this wasn't such a big fucking thing that rocked my world, because it did rock my world. It completely changed me. It changed how I look at men. It changed how I look at relationships. It changed how I am, period. It turned me into somebody that has been in fight or flight mode since I was 19 years old. And some of these things I've never said out loud. Some of these things I've never publicly spoke about. But however, I feel like because of all the work that I have done on myself and being able to get to a point of accepting me, even my shadow, even the parts of me that I developed in order to protect myself when I felt like I didn't have anyone to protect me. It changed me being a mother. It changed me being a wife. It changed me in so many different ways. But I can finally say it doesn't control me anymore. It doesn't control me. And I'm not ashamed for being angry about what happened with me and my mom. Matter of fact, from mother to mother, she's got a lot of work to do. And in due time, God will bring that to light too. You know, it affected the way I view money. It affected the way I am able to manifest money. It affected my self-value of feeling worthy of receiving money, of receiving abundance, because that's trauma to the root chakra. And I'm just grateful that I've had Reiki. I'm grateful that I have had beautiful divine feminines come into my life and love me unconditionally. I am grateful for the friends that I've had that has supported me even when I've not been at my best. And if there's anything that I can share in regards to the work that I have done to be able to heal SA, is that give it time. You know, I got so hard on myself and I beat myself up so much because I couldn't figure out why can you not just make it go away? And the thing is you have to sit in it. You have to sit in the ugly. You have to sit in all of those things in order to be able to get to the root of it and heal it. Literally, you have to sit. You have to feel it. You have to sit in it. You have to be brutally honest with yourself and see, you know, what that trauma has truly done to you. And you are not your trauma. You are not what others make you feel because of that trauma. You're not those things. And healing is possible. I know because I have been through it. I know because I am finally at a point that I'm not ashamed. I can talk about this without tearing up, without being emotional, without even being angry. Like, I'm not even that person anymore, which is such a fucking blessing in disguise. So, for anybody out there that is on their healing journey and you are having to heal from SA, generational healing, all of those things, my message today is for you. Continue doing the work. Continue getting up every day, putting in the good fight, and truly putting yourself first, because the reward at the end is totally worth it. All right. I love you guys, and I just wanted to share this real quick, and I hope you all have an amazing Friday, amazing Venus day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.